Hey everybody, I thought it would be fun to scope my dinner making tonight. Well, let me flip this around. Hi, oh, whoop, there we go. All right, so I'm going to be making spaghetti and meatballs. And hold on, let me get my tripod set up. Here we go. The thing about this is that it takes a little bit like a while, and so there's no way to edit and splice and cut and everything, so you guys are just gonna have to hang with me if you want to see the whole thing. So this is the recipe I use when I am making dinner for my family. I'm sorry, Doc McStuffins is going in the background because my daughter's watching it. So I've got a pound of ground beef, okay, and some Italian sausage. I've got breadcrumbs, eggs, salt, and then crushed garlic and basil for the meatballs. We're gonna get this heating up. This is just an enamel cast iron goodness that I got at Aldi a while back. So, yep. We'll get that going and we'll put a little bit of olive oil. How is everybody? Haley, I think I saw you hop on there. Are you still here? Hi, if you are. Let's let that go, because we're gonna wanna brown the meatballs before we throw in all the sauce. Sorry, I'm a little bit quiet. It has been a crazy couple days. Yesterday I was probably in like the worst mood of my life. My friend Tiffany can attest to that. I was not super fun. I tried to like go out and be all sociable. It did not work well. Okay, so I'm just adding like a chunk of sausage to the ground beef. I don't want to get too much in there. Am I close enough? Oh, wow, I'm a lot more than that. There, I'm a person. All right. So, are any of my friends on here? If you are, say hi. If you're watching the replay,
we're going to class.
Come here, baby.
Tomorrow.
You want to say hi?
We're going to class in the morning time.
Tomorrow we're going to church. She calls it going to class.
Yeah, I'm calling about I'm awake early.
That's right. Okay. Go watch Doc. Benny, you can say hi too. Okay? Now I gotta make dinner, okay? Okay. Go watch Mickey Mouse. Those are my two youngest. I've got two olders too. Okay, so I'm squishing up the meat and the sausage. I'm using, because I'm Mexican, we call these a bean masher. I think other people call them potato mashers. It just incorporates all the meat together without getting it all over my hands, because I don't like that. Is it close enough, you guys? Are you able to see from way over there? Give me a thumbs up or a heart if you're like, yeah, it's fine. Or a thumbs down if you can't really see what's going on and you want me to move things. Oh yeah, and I forgot, hi to anybody watching on the web. You guys are so quiet, I'm not used to that. Okay. Come over here. I just made up my own mind. That's the corner of my microwave. There. Okay, so let's throw in some salt because we're gonna need that. Let's put in some garlic. And these are the handy dandy little frozen garlic blocks that I get from Trader Joe's. And they're just crushed garlic. What is it? Hey, Joshua, give it to him now. Thank you. Yeah, it's your turn. Joshua, Aaron, please go to your room. Now. All right. I'm going to pop these in the microwave. I know, there's going to be a lot of like downtime during this scope because I have to actually do everything. Let's put it in for 8 seconds. That should be sufficient. Okay. I don't want to cook all that just yet. And we're going to throw in some breadcrumbs. And now our slightly more squishy goodness. Almost forgot a little bit of Parmesan. And 1 egg. All right, so that's a pound of ground beef, about yay much sausage. Let's see, breadcrumbs, salt, basil, and garlic. And now we're going to squish again. Oh, I can't keep a running commentary going today. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tired. I feel a little bit awkward on this one. Usually I don't feel awkward on a scope. All right, our oil is heating up in this pan. And I don't feel like there's quite enough breadcrumbs. I like it to be, I added an egg to the meat to help everything hold together. But if it's super shiny and like squishy looking, I always feel like there's a little too much moisture. It's kind of a fine line to walk. And then that's why I added a little more breadcrumbs. Okay, so let me show you what this looks like. So I'm going to start the actual meatballing now. I don't think that's actually a term. Alrighty, so that's the mixture. It's all combined, kind of funky looking in there, and I have bad light. There we go, that's better. All right. And then I don't like to get stuff all up in my nails. So now we will form all the meatballs. And that's totally backwards. Y'all are so quiet. Somebody say something. No, not right now, okay? I need to get this going. Okay, so for the meatballs, I don't want them to be too big. Careful, baby, that's on. I don't want you to get hot.
Mommy, I can't wait.
So I'm gonna put about that much. That's like the perfect size, I think. So let's roll these out. Try not to throw it everywhere, huh? So I got the new Beam app today. I just heard about it yesterday from my friend Heather, who I find out about everything from. And I got a code this morning and downloaded it. It was actually a little bit difficult to figure out. It's not super user-friendly. But then after you figure it out, you're like, why was I so confused? This isn't that difficult. Hey, kids. Hey, Tori, don't try to boss Ben around. No, no. Victoria. Who is that? Hey, Jess. I'm just making spaghetti and meatballs. Yay. How are you doing today, Jess? I was telling whoever is with me about, I got the new Beam app today and I really had fun with it. I took it to Aldi and like nobody knew what I was doing. I was like making this like funny little shopping trip video and it just looks like I was holding my phone really close, like I'm really super protective of it or something. So that was fun. I'm just rolling these out. I always wanted to like do a tutorial of this recipe because it's so easy and yummy. I wanted to be all like the Pioneer Woman or like Jenny, the Urban Poser, and take all the pictures and write it all out, and I never did. So when I decided to make this for dinner, I thought, I'm just going to throw the camera up there. Ooh, Hawaiian Falls is awesome. But, oh yeah, the sleepy kid part's probably the best part, don't you think? Isn't that like the happiest? Now, when you go, are you just on kid duty the entire time? Or do you get to actually like ride the rides? I guess it depends on your kids that day, huh? Aw, thanks, Jess. You're like, oh, I feel bad for you. You're like making meatballs and scoping and everybody's quiet. I'm just going to throw you some hearts. I appreciate it. I'll take those pity hearts. I'll take them. I picked a time of day to scope when everybody's like super busy with their own stuff, or at least that's what I'm gonna say. Oh, your little purple heart, peaky purple heart's floating up, make me happy. You're like, it's okay. Keep going, girl. Who's that? Megan! Look, food. Megan, just for you. I am making meatballs. Tiff is coming over. She's at a thing. And then she's coming over to eat dinner with me and the kids. Okay, so what's in here? I'm recapping for my beauties who just got here. It's a pound of ground beef. And it is, this is like one of those tubes of sausage you get. It's an all-natural one. It's about that much of it. It's 1 egg. Roughly 1/3 of a cup of breadcrumbs, some salt, and then the miraculous basil and garlic things that I've talked about on here before. Have you seen those? Megan, do you have a Trader Joe's where you are? If so, you have to get these. This is chopped basil, and this one is crushed garlic. And it's little frozen-y goodness. Oh, you don't? It's too bad they're frozen. I would ship them to you. I can ship you cookie butter, though. Do you love cookie butter? A Fresh Market. Well, if you ever see these, grab them because they're fabulous, especially the basil because it always goes bad before I can buy it, but this comes out tasting. Okay, I will send you, I'm not kidding. I'm going to send you a Trader Joe's cookie butter care package because you're pregnant and pregnant people need cookie butter. They do. Give me some hearts. You know that's true. Okay, so garlic and basil, the meats, and that's really it. And now I'm just rolling it into the balls with my little, glovey gloves because I don't like that nasty stuff to get under my fingernails. It really severely grosses me out. But I'm almost done with this and we'll get on to the next part. And that is, the next part is actually something I only figured out like a couple years ago. Before, what I had been doing is I would put the sauce in the pot and make the meatballs and then just drop the completely uncooked meatballs into the pot because it all cooks together. And it does work like that and it's pretty good. But browning the meatballs first, it turns out, makes this like huge difference. Hey Josh! Are you upstairs? Yeah. Okay. Michael, are you downstairs? Yeah. Could you please put on a new show for the tour? Okay, so that's the meatballs. Now I can get rid of these. Ugh, now I got that powdery stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to turn the oil up to about a 5, and there's not a lot of oil in here. If you can see, whoops, wrong way. There we go. So that's my cast iron enamel pot, and just a little bit of olive oil, and we're going to go like that. So you can see what I'm going to do.
Where's the remote?
I am not sure. You know, I think Josh put it on. Now, here's the cool thing about this. Let's see. Let's not just like, oh, I am so slick, y'all. Can you even, yeah, I'm awesome. Okay, so we don't actually have to cook these all the way through. We just need to brown them on both sides. So, do you know what the fun part of this is? It's like all that stuff, like me totally getting the glove cornstarch or whatever all over my top just now. They cut that out of like real cooking shows. Like who doesn't do dumb stuff like that? Everybody does. So on Periscope, it's not all edited out. That's why I like this better even than YouTube. So when I watch other people's Periscope and they do all the like silly things that I accidentally do, I feel so much better about my life. Just made me realize I should put on my cute little apron, huh? And not get grease all over my tank top. I always feel a little bit dorky with these on. But I've ruined more things by getting popped with grease. All right, You have to kind of wiggle these a little bit as they're browning. Otherwise what happens is they stick really bad, even with all that oil. And then when you go to turn it, you'll lose half the meatball. Or it'll be a really funny squished one. Ooh, happy little meatball. I'm turning it down to a 4 now. Just because I felt like it was a little bit too tender there. And this is my secret ingredient. Shh. This makes the meatballs better. I'm serious, it does. It's for the sauce. Okay. So let's check on these ones we put in first. No, they're cooked, but they're not browning. It smells really good already, though. Like, super good. No, I guess it's not, is it? It's supposed to be, though. Shh. That is a really pretty one. Okay, I'm sticking some of this stuff back in the fridge. Okay, so earlier I was talking about Beam. Have any of you heard of Beam? Like, who else is on there? Anybody else on there? It's Beam, B-E-M-E, and it stands for Be Me. And it's a new app from this famous YouTuber, I guess. And you can't see what you're creating and broadcasting. It forces you to not be like self-focused like all the rest of our awesomeness. It's neat. I don't think it could replace Periscope. Oh yeah, see? Okay. These are ready to flip over. Can you see that? I'm going to be getting a light kit, but I don't have it yet. And then you'll be able to see everything. So these are not going to get browned on all sides, but I usually try to do three sides. If I try to brown all of the surfaces of it, like, I'd be here forever. And that's not fun. Especially not since I have to figure out, like, I feel the pressure to keep talking. Usually what I would be doing right now is on my phone, I would have on like 90s pop, or no, it's not pop. I think it's just 90s hit. And I have a tendency for all the alternative to be what gets thumbs up. So I just have this awesome station that's developed. And I'd be dancing around listening to Eve 6 and, let's see, one of my favorite ones off there. Eve 6, Sublime if the kids aren't around. If they are, those get skipped. What is the other one? Third Eye Blind. Yeah, Wallflowers, Oasis. All that goodness is dinner making stuff. What do you guys listen to when you're cooking? Does anybody else listen to music? Spice Girls. If you want to be my lover. You know, I never really understood that song. You Gotta Get With My Friends, really? It's really not what I would go with, but okay. Probably not what I'm going to sing. Ooh, Ace of Base. Tiffany was texting me earlier she was at Home Goods and lied, and she was like, they're playing Ace of Base like nonstop. I was like, you need to dance. That's true. You don't have to understand it. Okay, so I'm going to bring you over so you can see what's happening here. Let's try putting on... Oh, that light doesn't work. Never mind. I was going to try and give more light. Okay, so that's what's happening in there. It's pretty happy. There are good things happening. And obviously they're not cooking through. They'll cook all the way through in the actual sauce. Sorry, that was very jarring. Now we have to prepare our little catching, our holding pen for them. And I don't have to worry about the fact that this somewhat cooked is going to go on the same cookie sheet as the raw because it's all going to go back in and actually cook. These are just being browned. I'm sure I'm repeating myself horrendously, but we're just going to go with it. All right, so these ones are coming out. Am I missing anything? You can just quietly watching me make dinner. I'm not feeling the love. Don't worry, I'll get better. Oh, I feel Megan's chocolatey heart love. Megan, you're definitely getting cookie butter. Have you ever had the cookie butter cookies? Have you had those? Like not just the cookie butter, but the special cookies with the cookie butter in the middle? Oh my gosh. So, this is hilarious. You know how if you go to a Trader Joe's, you can try anything. Oh yeah, better than you can imagine. So you can try anything if you ask them. You can try something before you buy it. They'll literally just open up the box and they'll give you some. So I've been to the new Trader Joe's in South Lake maybe 2 or 3 times, but I had avoided the cookie butter because I heard that it was one of those things that once you try it, it's like a one-hit addiction. So this last time though, I was shopping with Michael and I just had a moment of weakness because I read on it that it was really good on like toaster waffles. And I had just got toaster waffles, whole wheat toaster waffles from there for my husband, and I just thought, oh my gosh, cookie butter melting onto toaster waffles. So I had to get it. So I went up to the check stand and the girl was, checking me out, and she saw the cookie butter and she was just making conversation. She's like, oh, have you ever had this before? And I was like, no, this is my first time. I have been resisting it like purposefully for these last few visits. And she says, well, would you like to try the cookie butter cookies? And I think she's trying to like somehow upsell me or something. Like she's going to be like, somebody will grab her a box of cookie butter cookies for her to buy. And so I thought that was a little odd. And I was just like, no, that's okay, but thanks. And she's like, oh no, I don't mean to buy. I mean, do you want to try some right now? She has an unopened box of cookie butter cookies tucked under the little like informational display. Like she was ready. Those cookie butter cookies were getting opened for somebody. I just happened to be the first person where she could make a somewhat natural segue. She had that box open like that. It was so funny. I was thinking, you knew somebody would give you an excuse to open these. And so the thing is you would think it'd be like this hard, dry, kind of like maybe an Oreo-ish kind of cookie with the cookie butter in the middle. Oh no. They're like light and delicate, melt in your mouth. Like they look like they've been piped out, like with a decorative tip. And then sandwiched in between is a nice thick layer of the cookie butter in between the two amazing cookies. I ate it and I was like, I kind of love you and I kind of hate you right now. Yes, they will go in. I was already thinking I'm going to do cookie butter and crunchy cookie butter and cookie butter cookies for my pregnant friend. But once you taste those, like, it never goes away. It's in your head. You know that they're so good. One of these days, I'll end up buying a box. I'm going to eat them all. Things to make you fat. Oh, I don't think you have to worry about that. You're like the cutest ever. I loved that picture. You and baby Kiwi. That stripy dress. Oh. Did you take that picture? Did Mitch take it? The girl that I'm talking to, Megan Vaughn, you should follow her. She is an amazing wedding photographer and all things photographer. But she's especially good with that. She does mad beautiful stuff. And her husband does videography. Mitch did. So does he do photography as much as you do, or does he stick mostly with the video? I can't stop. Megan's amazing. I'm not going to stop. I love to promote my friends. I'm just turning these and wiggling them. You're probably not seeing what I'm doing. Okay, we're getting there, don't worry. Believe it or not, we're more than halfway done because I'm not going to keep it on while it simmers. Oh, what's it say? 2 seconds, 6 minutes. Oh, that's really cool. Must be fun to work with your husband like that. Probably fun, and then I bet it has moments, though. I bet there's moments. Don't tell me there's not moments. If you tell me there's not moments, I'm just, yeah, that's okay. Okay, I love you. Bye. Okay, while these is my cheat while those are cooking. Not really, he said, oh. See, you guys are the cutest couple and you don't even have moments when you work together.
What about this?
Okay, Tori wants to show you all something really quick. She wants to show you her empty sippy cup. Why not? That's right, we borrowed it from Mommy and Papa's house. That's my parents. Okay, let's flip these to their last side. They are almost finished. And then what we're going to do is, if a lot of oil is left in the bottom of the pan, then I will dump it out. Sometimes there's hardly anything left, and so I just put the sauce in on top of it. We'll see how it turns out in a minute here. These are the sauces that I'm going to put on top. It's organic tomato basil pasta sauce. It's from Aldi. I used to start with just tomatoes in a can and the onions and cook it all and then kind of mix half of it with my immersion blender. And then one day I was being really lazy. Oh, hey, Colleen. How are you, honey? Oh, and I need to talk to you about Norwex. I missed your party. I'm really sorry. I was feeling lazy. No, please do not go outside. Because I have not checked for spiders under all that stuff that's been sitting in one place for like a really long time. And yeah, just don't. So I was feeling lazy and I grabbed these to make my spaghetti sauce with, just like as a one time. Oh, thanks. As a one-time like cheat, but it was so good. I was like, why do I keep making my spaghetti sauce from scratch if like this sauce is just as good? The ingredients are literally organic tomato puree, organic tomatoes, organic basil, salt, organic onions, organic garlic powder, organic oregano, organic garlic. That's the entire ingredients list. Focus. I was trying to make it focus. Does it do that? No, it doesn't. Hi, Brianna. I've seen you forever, honey. Do you know that in my closet I have a skirt from when we used to dance together at Gateway that I have been meaning to return to you for like 5 years, 6 years? Anyway, it was yours. Maybe someday I'll actually see you again and give it to you. Okay, so I'm going to take out these meatballs. You see the pretty, can you see that? How pretty? Yes, Aldi. They have, the unorganic sauces are not the same. They're just not as good. I know, I miss dancing there too. I miss seeing all of you girls. Although I just hooked up with Kelly Fuller again. She started coming to dance with me at 24 hours. Colleen, I'm going to show you the sauce one more time just so that you'll remember the label. And it's literally just organic vegetables and organic spices. That's all that's in here. Okay, so let's see as far as, sorry, I'm having a brain moment. How much oil's in here? I'm going to take out about a teaspoon of this oil. And then I'm just going to put this sauce in on top of all those fun, yum, brown crisp bits. And there will be a lot of flavor from that. So I am letting some of the oil stay, but I'm taking some of it out so we don't have like grease floating on top. It's no good. No, there's not actually spiders. I'm going to hear about spiders forever just because I mentioned them for like 2 seconds. Okay, what I'm going to do to make sure that, Superwoman, watch me get it. I didn't think about opening these before I was actually live on Periscope. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit in. And then make sure I get at all of the like yummy goodness, and then it doesn't just end up stuck to the bottom and staying there. All right. So I'll put that in. I'm just like, I want all my sauce. Okay. And you get to watch me be big and tough and strong again. There we go. All right, and this is gonna have to simmer with the meatballs for like 45 minutes. And so I'm adding some water so that there's something to evaporate besides when it starts getting down to the vegetable purees, because that's when it'll start to burn. So I'm just adding a little bit of water to it. And I'll have to check it every like 15, 20 minutes, so maybe 2 or 3 times while it's simmering, to just kind of gently move things around and make sure that some stuff hasn't... What will happen is the liquidy part of everything will start to rise to the top, and all the solids will start to kind of come to the bottom, and even though there's enough liquid, it'll still start to burn on the bottom. So that's why I'll come back and I'll start kind of moving things around to make sure that that doesn't happen, because I found that out the hard way. So now I'm just kind of burying these meatballs back in here. One time, I wasn't thinking, and I like picked up the paper towel full of meatballs and like chunked it in there, and it got sauce backlash that was like burning hot. I will not make that mistake twice. See all that? You've actually got a pretty good vantage, haven't you, peoples? All right, so to recap for anybody that came in late or is watching on replay later, this is 1 pound of ground beef, roughly, let's say about a ½ cup of Italian sausage, salt, crushed garlic, basil, and both of those are with the little cheek from Trader Joe's. I didn't actually sit and chop any of that. And they have about a 1/3 cup of breadcrumbs, 1 egg, and then just a little bit of Parmesan cheese. We browned them in olive oil, and then we covered them with our pasta sauce and a little bit of water. And I'm also... All right, so what I'm gonna do, warm. I'm gonna bring this up till I see the bubbles, and then I'm gonna take it back down to like a 3, and it can simmer there for my 45 minutes. Uh-oh, something bad happened. What's wrong? What made you sad? Okay, well, let's get along and be kind. Tori touched you, and Ben touched you. Oh, it's a rough life. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my garlic bread, and I'm going to use that same crushed garlic and crushed basil for that. I use that for all things Italian, really. And that's pretty much it. That's how I make it. Yes, actually, it's one of the best I'm going to show you the bottle, just because. If you see this, it's $8.99, and it is a surprisingly amazing Chardonnay. It was there about 8 months ago, and I got it, and it was really good. And then when I saw it there the other day, my friend Tiffany was with me when I like freaked out. I was like, "It's back! It's back!" And so she bought it for me because, I mean, when you see your friend get that excited over a bottle of wine, you got to get it, right? Let's see. I think that's it. Let me know if you have any thoughts or comments. If there's any recipe you want to see me make, you can tweet to me on Twitter. I'm at LuxInTheRough, same as here. You know what, Colleen? I actually did an Aldi, it's like scoping, but it's Beam, B-E-M-E. I totally, right before here, I took Beam with me to Aldi and did the whole trip on there, just for fun. And that's like a little bit different. Go back and watch the beginning of the replay. It's on Beam, not on Periscope. So at the beginning of the replay, I kind of talk about Beam just a little bit. If anybody wants to get on Beam, you have to have a code, but I can make, I think, like 5 codes per day. Yes, it's B-E-M-E. If you Google it, you'll see it's like the latest, greatest thing. There's nothing else exactly like it. It's like Snapchat, I guess, except you can't edit it. It's completely raw. You can't even see what you're doing. It forces you to not look through your phone, but to cover the proximity sensor. Like I just put it up to here, and then the rear camera shoots. And then as soon as you take it away, then it posts it automatically. You can't review it or anything. It's completely new and different and super cool. So if anybody that's watching this wants a Beam code, tweet to me and I will send you a code for that. Right now it's kind of hard to get on there. it's got a 99-day wait if you don't find a code. So that's kind of crazy. But yeah, that's it for now. Give me lots of hearts if you're watching. And if you're watching this on replay, thanks for tuning in. I hope this was helpful. If you need a copy of the ingredients, go ahead and let me know. I can send you that on Twitter also, okay? So I hope you have a lovely evening, and I hope that you'll try this recipe out because it's super fun. All right, bye.